This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization based in the metro Atlanta area. We started as a Comic-Con in 2009. We functioned as such and also had an online presence all that time too, but especially through our events that were held annually. At one time, 3/4 of our time of doing the events, we even did 2 events per year. We had regular ONYXCON and we had ONYXCON Sankofa, which really was like having 2 ONYXCONs a year, because the only main difference in Sankofa was we celebrate Black History, which this is Black History Month. We celebrate Black History 365, 24/7. But because people focus on it more in February, we would do more trivia and we would do more activities that lean towards people knowing the grand, rich history of the diaspora, the African diaspora, and also to understand the rich history of our contributions in the popular arts. Not just comic books, but also video games, film, fashion, style as a whole, music, you name it. We had it. And guess what? We still got it. That's right. We still got it. Because everything I just said is still ONYXCON. We never stopped. Every year that we continue doing anything in the name of ONYXCON is ONYXCON. ONYXCON was always bigger than just a couple of days of events. It's a spirit, it's an energy, and we still are. Yes, indeed. We're still here, we're still going, we're still doing what we do. Appreciate the thumbs up. Some people in the house giving love, I appreciate that. If you don't know how we do this format, whenever I go live, there will be interruptions, technical difficulties, things like that, but I always ask y'all to go take a commercial break, stay right here on ONYXCON, look at some of our shorts, some of our other content, main videos, edited videos. I appreciate the love going up. That's what's up. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we do. You feel me? That's how we do. But and we will be, if it knocks off when we come back, it's because, towers, the phone towers trying to grab a signal, it's do what it do. It's going to be like that. And if I get an order, because I'm always working, I'm so tired of saying that, y'all. I'm so tired of saying that. I want to be able to say the only work I got to do is what y'all looking at when I do content, period. Period! That's what time it need to be. That's what time it's been. We own that. We own that. We wake up every day saying today is the day. Today is the day we get all the monetization we need. We get all the subscribers. We get all of the watch time hours. Not 4,000 watch. How about 10,000 watch time hours? You know what I'm saying? Not just 1,300 up in here, which I'm so proud of. Thank you so much. But how about 13,000? How about 30,000? How about, you know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. We got the people. We just need everybody to click in. Push them buttons. Use your thumbs. Show your love. Show respect. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all it takes. And in the last few days, last few weeks even, I'm always watching other YouTubers to see what they're doing. And I had done a couple of lives where I shouted out a couple of channels. And I learned something from doing that. I'm going to still do it because I believe in shouting out people when they got positive energy. And I'll still say that this one channel I shouted out, overall there's still an energy of positivity. So I wouldn't say it's completely fraudulent or not legit in the intention of the lady who holds the crown, and that's her channel, and she's doing well, and she does YouTube for now, I don't know how many years she said, but she became a major success. She has like 70-something thousand subscribers, and the only reason I'm not mentioning the name is I'm gonna get to that because I'm not promoting no more because I don't know what reality she might be on. And it's sad how it came to me because you'll be watching somebody and you'll see them take a stance on something or say something or do something that crosses a boundary for you, and you say, damn, not you too, that kind of feeling, like, oh no, not this one too, no, oh man, seriously, they got you too, they make you feel like that. So that's how this was. So let me break it down what happened. So she's known for doing pretty much what you see me doing right now. She'll most of her videos are her live in the car doing couriers type work. Okay, her whole channel was built off of that concept. Now she's also very comedic. She'll make funny little sketch things and quick 1-minute videos and they're always real silly, and she's real high energy and all that. And I ain't gonna front. All that stuff is funny or funny enough. You'll smirk if you don't chuckle. If you don't chuckle, you might laugh out loud. You know what I mean? She's got what it takes, and I can see why she's gotten noticed and why she's got followers. I get it. It all makes sense. She's honest. She's generally honest about what she believes in and all that. She's very religious. I'm not religious, so whenever I see folks who are religious and they got a lot of followers, I get it, because religious will attract a certain crowd. When people see, oh, you into that, you into what I'm into religious wise, oh, that alone can sometimes get followers. People like to align themselves with people who have similar beliefs, cultural or otherwise. So it all makes sense how it happened. But where it took a moment for me was she was being encouraging, as she often is. And you know what? I ain't gonna even be like that. I'm gonna go ahead and say the name. I ain't gonna keep saying it, but I'm gonna say who it is. Because you gotta see it for yourself to understand where I'm coming from with what I'm saying, right? And I'm not gonna make this whole live about this person's channel, But her channel and I don't even know her real name. All I know is her moniker. And she goes by DoorDash, playing off of DoorDash. But dough, like making dough, get that money, you know what I'm saying? Dough, bread, yeah. So, yeah, that's her. And she was talking about, she was saying about being encouraging and being yourself and how that attracts people to your channel. You just got to be honest and be real. And I was loving it. I was like, yeah. I'd be listening to her and I'd just be like, yeah, all right now. Well, like I said, I ain't religious, but I done been to church. I know about that culture. I done been all up in that, being in the Bible Belt, being in Atlanta, being from the South, So I get in that zone when I'm listening to her. I be like, all right now, well, all right, yeah. Come on, bring it home, Rev. Come on, Rev. Hey, I'm all on that, right? And then she dropped the ugly. I said, wait a minute, where we going with the sermon? Where we going right now? Where we going? Wait a minute, something's happening. Something's happening. Hold on. She says she's using examples of people who believed in themselves and didn't listen to the crowd and didn't, and first she wasn't giving any examples. She was just saying that's how you got to be. You got to know when you want to do something, you just got to believe in yourself enough that no matter who, family, friends, anybody telling you that ain't going to work, if something in you is saying it's going to work, you need to do that. And I agree with that completely. That's just wisdom, Wisdom is wisdom. I don't care who says it. Wisdom is wisdom. But the problem with it, when, most people, they can't separate the wisdom from the individual delivering it. All kind of people have said wise stuff or gotten some wise information from somebody else and relayed it. And people think they're so brilliant because they say it and they don't give credit for where they get it from. Or they just keep saying stuff and they just, start gathering an audience for being somebody who every now and then got something worth hearing, right? So I was appreciating the general energy of what she meant about be yourself, about Believe in yourself. Don't let nobody else sway your path. When you know you on a path to glory and what your purpose is, that's for you and you alone. Do it and do it to the fullest. But then she gave an example, and she used the current head of the administration that is such an incredible crisis politically. And so I want you to make it, if I'm not making it clear enough already, if you're new to the channel, I'm not. I repeat, I, myself, speaking for myself, Joseph R. Wheeler III, okay? Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. Because every time I say that, I have to say it with knowing that is absolutely true. Because you never know what other people really are into or believe in unless they ever convey it or choose to convey it publicly. Because most people, when it comes to anything political, which I often say nowadays, this is beyond politics. This is about survival. This is about dignity. This is about order. This is about not going into World War III. This is about not allowing Nazism in the White House. This is about not having people think for a second that it should be normalized that someone is a blatant racist, an absolute criminal that has been convicted to be reelected, like to normalize this kind of concept. There's a real serious mental problem going on right now. And everything can be dismissed for some other contrary reason. For if you show proof of, here it is, this is it, this is what this person did, this is exactly what that means, this is exactly what that means. I saw a post that it wasn't the first time I saw this, but it was a new version of saying the same thing, the same warning, where a young lady did the research on the person who is chosen to be in charge of the defense for the entire USA, that this person has put in charge of defense. And there was a pool picture of this man getting out of a pool, and he's got a tattoo on one of his pecs. Now, the sad situation with that symbol is, just like the swastika, when it first started, where it actually came from, it had nothing to do with Nazism. I repeat, nothing to do with Nazism. But the same kind of mentality, the same dismissive mentality, and I don't want to associate, some people not wanting to associate things with what they are seeing. They don't want to call a duck a duck. They want to call everything something else. They want to make it bizarro world, as I'm constantly saying, it's bizarro world. I say that not just jokingly. It's not a joke, really. I'm just trying to be light and keep it related to the essence of how ONYXCON started as a Comic-Con, and make it something that could be relatable to comic book culture. Because if you know comic books and you know DC Comics and you know Bizarro, one of the nemesis of Superman, he is the absolute opposite of Superman's qualities and what he's supposed to represent as a hero and all of that. He's the complete opposite, but he thinks he's right in his way of thinking. Bizarro, where everything in his world is flipped and backwards and opposite, to him is absolutely normal. And to those who would align themselves with him, it's all normal. So this is why I constantly say, when I talk about these topics, I say, man, this is Bizarro world, man. That's Bizarro world. All of this stuff. That's the only way you can try to wrap it up in a package and just call it completely what it all is. At the end of each day, we are dealing with this nonsense. But this person has this tattoo, like I said, it was originally a symbol that didn't mean what it became known by generations later to me. And it's yet another symbol that is used by Nazi Party affiliates. So you're talking about, these people are literally throwing up signs left and right saying that they are totally involved in this mentality. Yet there are people who still will say That's not what it is, and that's not what they are, and they don't mean all. They would not be about any of that. They're just good people who want to run the nation and make the country better again. This is the bullshit you're hearing that people are saying in so many words, in so many ways. Every single day you get it in a different form with this craziness, with this bizarro world. So back to this young lady who I was talking about, whose channel I'm checking it out, and she's saying, she's using the example of the king of the bizarro party himself, okay? She's using the 47 as an example to say that when he became famous because of his TV show, where he said the famous line about "you're fired" and all of that, that he had a agent as a performer that told him not to do that show, that it would be critical to his, this is the history she's relaying, that he was told not to do that show, but he decided to do it anyway, and it became such a hit for him and all of this nonsense. And I'm like, yeah, and like, where are you going with this? I'm hoping she's gonna wrap it up with something like, and look how horrible a person we gotta deal with now. She didn't do that. She literally just bragged about this person following their own heart and becoming successful financially. All she talked about was the money this person has acquired, or as she failed to mention, inherited because of all types of illicit behavior and conduct and criminal actions of previous generations that he was bestowed that wealth. Passed down wealth. He ain't earned a damn thing. You ain't had to earn nothing. They say born with a silver spoon in your mouth, the literal definition. But even the spoon was rusty. Like, come on, man. If you really know, if you want to speak facts, speak facts. If you want to talk around it, you're wasting time. And we don't have time to waste, obviously, with the amount of shit that has happened in this place since January 1st. Good gracious alive. Only 1 month deep in this muck, and you got people out here speaking lightly, comparing stuff that is so irrelevant to the bottom line of what is happening with these people and their actions, and how it is costing all of us every day. I'm seeing it from various, we all know the only news feed that ain't gonna speak bad of it is that damn one he got under his thumb. But the rest of them, everybody worldwide, every news outlet, every individual with a conscience, with ethics about them is saying, this is a crisis. Turn the boat around. This is not the way anything should be headed. This is a disaster. Everybody's saying it. Everybody with some logical sense that's not wrapped up in bizarro world is saying,